Hi, it's your favorite YouTuber back again. Here we go. We're going to be looking at the City Plan Gold Coast. And with the City Plan Gold Coast, what it is, it's a map that's going to show us how to display how many residents are allowed per hectare around Pimpama River. Now, to have a look at any of this and create a map from it, what we have to do is click the link below. When we click that link below, it's going to bring us to this website here, and you have to click view map, so that button right there. Now what you're going to see is the Gold Coast all highlighted here. So this is the Gold Coast boundary, so what the Gold Coast Council, um, what basically like their jurisdiction essentially. Now with Pimpama, it's at the nearly at the very northern end of the Gold Coast just about, so we need to find that area. So let's zoom in, try and find that river. It's just above Coomera. I think it's this river coming in through. Ah, yes, here it is. It's this one here. We can see it coming through here now. So south of the river is Pimpama, north of it we have Jacob's Well, Norwell, and I think when we get, eventually we'll get to Ormo Hills as well. Now, what I'm showing you is like the amount of residences allowed per hectare. Now this data is a little bit flawed. I'm going to show you why. So what we need to do is we need to untick the zones so it makes our map just a normal satellite map without any of those overlays. We click this button here called overlays, a little arrow, and it's going to show us all the different overlays we can add on. So it's probably good to read through this because some of that stuff there could be good for your report. But the one I'm going to show you is this one here called residential density. So you tick both of these boxes here, and what we'll notice is some areas, so like as we can see down here, are going to show you the residential density of that area. Now, to understand what these colors actually mean, you have to click the legend, and then it says RD7. You go to RD7, and then it says here up to 400 bedrooms per net hectare, or one bed per 25 square meters. So it gives you an idea of how many residences are allowed. So we got some of them say dwellings, some of them say bedrooms. Um, Now, when I say the data is a little bit flawed, what has happened is the data is not completely mapped. So you can see there's some buildings and it doesn't have exactly how many dwellings per hectare. It's only partially on here. So potentially, depending on which part of the river you're looking at, this may not be relevant. However, what you can look at instead, it's not something that's not as specific as this, it's a little bit more vague, but you could use it anyway, is if we get off this legend and back to our map tools and untick residential density, what we can use is just the normal zones section, what was up before. So if I click that, what you get is all these colors here, and if you look at the legend, it actually tells you what that zone is. And it will say low density residential or medium density residential, and it'll even tell you what is considered sports and recreation, what's considered open space, conservation, and so on. And so you could use that instead. Remember, with this, what we see here, this overlay, we can always screenshot this out and use it in a map as well. So that's something easy we can do. Otherwise, you might be just grabbing the information from there. That's also fine. So remember, we're following the river, have a looking at the land area around it, seeing what the zoning is or how many um, dwellings per hectare, and then from that we can get an idea of the potential causes to the degradation of the water at Pimpama River. Alright, that's it from me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Thank you.